it's a wonderful profession because you get very bright people who are very engaged in what I do. 0 arrivals, 1 arrival, 2 arrivals. That's discrete, and really enjoy interacting with the students. My sense is they love it because all of a sudden they realize that they've just learned something that the other guy or gal, the person that's running that other firm, doesn't have. And all of a sudden they feel empowered. They feel like they've got a leg up. They feel like this was really worth doing. The Department of Decision Sciences is really the one that captures the science of decision making. How one goes about, as a manager, taking a lot of information, some of which is perfect and some of which is not, and turning it into a decision making which hopefully will be optimal, but at least will be far better than merely a random decision. Turns out you can structure most administrative problems in ways that the manager can now make a good decision, but at least it'll be a better decision than if the person had not applied the tools that we teach in the Department of Decision Sciences. Given the nature of the uncertainty, we show students how to structure the decision-making process in such a way as to come up with a better outcome, a better decision. Well, it's a little bit like a puzzle. You have these problems that managers are always confronted with. And once you go through enough of these, you begin to realize that there are common elements in all of these problems. And so there's a real gratification to being able to say, oh, I recognize that. That's a problem like the so-and-so problem, and then being able to apply the tools that we teach in this course. What it manages to do is to teach a set of skills that people aren't necessarily innately in tune with going into the course. It takes students different periods of time, depending on the student, for the light bulb to go off. But until they do get it, it's like, wait a minute, I don't understand. I don't see how all these things are fitting together. And so the one thing that I would advise people to do is to hang in there, because they will get it. It does happen. But one of the enjoyable parts of my job is seeing that light bulb go off, as it inevitably does for every student. All of a sudden there's this sort of epiphany, this aha moment, and I got it. Now I understand why I'm here, and I, more importantly, understand what I'm supposed to do when I get out of here. I'm a very curious guy who loves to find solutions, love to see how you can go about building a system in which, wait a minute, there's only a relatively small number of moving parts here, and once we get the parts all working together, we can get down to an answer, to a good answer. It's like a Sudoku puzzle. One of the things that I spend my time doing when I'm not at school is Sudoku puzzles, and this is very much like a Sudoku puzzle, a complex Sudoku puzzle.